There will come a moment in your life, maybe it already has, when you realize no one is coming. Not to rescue you, not to tell you it's time, not to hand you the life you've been dreaming of. And in that moment, you'll feel it, a sharp silence, like the world just stepped back, folded its arms, and waited to see what you would do. That silence, that's your invitation. It's the voice that whispers, "It's on you now." No applause, no instruction manual, no guaranteed safety net, just you, your will, your decision. Because the truth is, for most people, life is a quiet negotiation between potential and permission. And too many die waiting for the latter, waiting for a sign, a supporter, a stroke of luck, a perfect day, or someone to show up and believe in them more than they believe in themselves. But no one is coming. And once you accept that, your life begins. When Earl Nightingale said, "We become what we think about," he wasn't handing you a slogan. He was giving you a sword, a weapon to cut through delusion and drift. He was showing you the blueprint of every person who ever climbed from nothing into greatness. He was saying, your thoughts are architects, and if you let them go unmanaged, they won't build a palace, they'll build a prison. Look around. How many people are locked inside cages of their own making? Cages called, maybe one day, "I'm too late," "I'm not good enough," or "someone else already did it better." They scroll through everyone else's victories while quietly mourning their own surrender. They don't lack time, they waste it. They don't lack talent, they bury it. And they don't lack opportunity, they ignore it, waiting for one with less risk, more applause, or a better mood. But success doesn't speak softly. It doesn't knock politely. It barges in and demands that you wake up, that you show up, that you grow up. There is no hero arc coming unless you step into it. This is the story, and you are the one who must pick up the pen. Because the minute you believe someone else will come rewrite it for you, you've already lost. Thomas Edison didn't wait for the world to give him light. He failed 10,000 times trying to invent the electric bulb, and every failure was a vote for trying again. Every failure said, "I refuse to wait for permission to change the world." So what's your excuse? You don't need more time, you need more intensity. You don't need a mentor, you need momentum. You don't need a better starting point, you need to stop pretending that starting later makes it easier. Here's what the greats knew that most people avoid their entire lives. No one will care more about your life than you do. And if that sounds lonely, good. Let it burn a little, because that burn is the signal flare of your awakening. Let it remind you that while no one is coming to save you, you are more than capable of saving yourself. But that won't happen by dabbling. That won't happen by reading quotes and calling it growth. That won't happen by doing what's easy and expecting results that aren't. There's a reason most people plateau early. They make peace with average. They negotiate with their dreams. They convince themselves they're okay settling because trying is too painful. But what they don't realize is that regret is pain with no finish line. It's a weight that only gets heavier the longer you carry it. You want to change your life? It starts when you stop outsourcing your responsibility. It starts when you fire your excuses and hire your resolve. Success is not an inheritance. It's not a gift. It's not passed down like a necklace. It is forged in the furnace of discipline, built one choice at a time. While the world isn't watching, when your hands are shaking, your energy is gone, and quitting seems like relief. But listen to me, the person you could become, the one on the other side of this version of you, they are not built on comfort. They are built in the fire of days like this. Days when you wanted to give up but didn't. Days when you felt unseen but kept going. Days when everything in you said stop, but you chose movement anyway. And if you need a blueprint, here it is. 1. Get up early. 2. Do what matters. 3. Turn off the noise. 4. Study yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. 5. Move forward even when you feel behind. That's how it starts. That's how you begin to earn your own respect. See, the world's applause is temporary, but self-respect, that's eternal. That's the foundation you build when no one is clapping yet, when no one notices your grind, When your results are invisible and your only motivation is who you refuse to be anymore. Walt Disney was fired from his first job for lacking creativity. He was told he'd never make it, and if he waited for someone to believe in him, you'd have never heard his name. He didn't wait. He created. So what's your excuse? Is it your childhood? Your past mistakes? Your circumstances? Every champion you admire, they had one too. They had darkness, failure, rejection, but they didn't make it their identity. They made it their fire. If you are waiting for someone to give you a reason, here it is. Your life is yours. And if you waste it blaming, waiting, and hoping for rescue, it will pass you by like a train you were too afraid to board. You must be the reason you rise. You must be the one who says, enough. No more hiding, no more numbing, no more pretending it's okay to shrink. No more tolerating mediocrity like it's a personality trait. You were not born for convenience. You were born for impact, but impact requires fire. It requires stretching. It requires days that make you doubt everything, and choices that make you become someone you've never been. Discipline is not restriction. It is liberation from chaos. Clarity is not a luxury. It is a weapon. Purpose is not a slogan. It is the map through your darkest nights. And belief? Belief is the match that lights it all on fire. Not belief that things will be easy. Not belief that you'll never fail. But belief that you will not stop, not today. Not when it hurts, not when it's lonely, and not when it's quiet. Because it will be quiet. And that's when the decision counts. You will wake up some days and feel like the only person in the world chasing something no one else sees. You will look around and wonder if it's all worth it. The effort, the time, the sacrifice. That's when most people stop. Not because they can't go further, but because no one is clapping yet. But you are not most people. You are not here to be validated. You are here to be valuable, and value is not always recognized right away. Remember this. A diamond doesn't come out of the ground shining. It starts in darkness, under pressure, invisible and unwanted. It is only through cutting and grinding that its brilliance is revealed. So let the silence sharpen you. Let the solitude stretch you. Let the struggle shape you. Because there is a difference between being alone and being abandoned. You have not been abandoned, you've been called. And sometimes that call is quiet. Sometimes it's a whisper that only you can hear. And that's what makes it sacred. There is a battle happening every day between who you are and who you could be. And that war is not won in a single victory. It's won in the repetition, the small acts of courage when no one is watching. You want strength? Stop negotiating with your potential every time it gets hard. You want progress? Stop needing perfect conditions to move. You want purpose? Stop asking for signs and start creating them. The harsh truth is this. Most people will never change, not because they're incapable, but because they refuse to get uncomfortable. They fear discomfort more than they fear a wasted life, and so they coast. They scroll. They shrink. They live in a loop, not a life. But not you, not anymore. You have seen what waiting costs. You've tasted the bitterness of regret, the sting of comparison, the ache of watching others rise while you rationalize your fall. And now you know pain is unavoidable. But which pain will you choose? The pain of growth or the pain of stagnation? One leads to expansion, the other to erosion. Growth will humble you. It will test you. It will break parts of you that never served you to begin with. But comfort? Comfort will lie to you. It will tell you to take it easy, that tomorrow is better, that you've already done enough. Don't fall for that voice. That voice is the undertaker of dreams. Instead, listen for the whisper beneath the noise, the one that says, keep going, you're not done yet. Because you're not. You haven't even scratched the surface of what you're capable of. You've got something inside you that doesn't flinch in the face of adversity. It flares up. And if you don't see it yet, good. Let that fire of dissatisfaction push you forward. Let it drive you to build the very version of yourself you've only caught glimpses of. Abraham Lincoln lost 8 elections before he became president. He failed in business, faced public humiliation, battled depression, but he didn't wait for someone to believe in him. He kept showing up. Because greatness doesn't beg for applause. It builds in silence. So what will you build? What part of your life have you been outsourcing to luck, to timing, to other people's opinions? Is it your health, your wealth, your self-respect? Whatever it is, reclaim it now. Reclaim it with urgency, like your future depends on it, because it does.